Am I still here?
I don't know, I'm looking.
Well, if that just killed the stream, that'd be kind of funny, but also...
She got off the ground.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Am I still here? Nope. Nope, it's up. Okay. Alright. That was a fun little scare. But yeah, school is almost over. So, good news, I was practicing this and I accidentally just won. So this is over now. No more shuriken stuff. I'm finally done. Which means that there are only 2 things left to do. Oh, hello, Dan.
I was hoping that you guys would be here.
Aw. Well, thanks.
I mean, I was looking forward to talking to you guys. That's what I was trying to say. Good.
I'm guessing that everybody's volume is really low on the stream. Okay. Let me figure out how to fix that. Alright, well, why don't... Oh, shoot. Okay. That's okay. This is why we're doing this.
Fabulous. Thank you for asking.
Alright. Is this any better? At least for people who aren't me. Okay, good. Am I too quiet? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, CJ. The reason you're quiet is I don't like echoes. Like that. Wow. Alright. We're gonna try this again. It's okay, we got this. What's up?
What's going on there, Dan?
Nothing.
Oh, that's neat. I can force stop the boat by sacrificing health.
You guys don't mind if I hang out here, do you?
No, yeah, it's fine.
You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Alright. Nothing. Just...
Well, going good so far. I don't remember where any of the coins are, so this may be the bulk of or all of what I stream today, depending how it goes.
It's not a problem that the stream is like 5 seconds behind, 10 seconds behind. But it's not
Okay.
falling further behind, so that's what's important.
Yes. As long as it doesn't eventually become so far behind that people think I'm ignoring them, but really they're watching the stream from 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I've definitely had that happen a time before.
That definitely happened on most of my streams, at least for YouTube. It wasn't happening on Twitch, but... Alright, this is the really tricky part. I read about this trick online that you could hammer the boat to stop it if you're misaligned, but I was not informed that it would cost HP. So it's a little less overpowered than I thought, and is therefore probably intentional. Alrighty.
So that sounds
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Alright, coming up on the giant whirlpool that I can't get. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to do the whirlpool, but we'll just have to figure it out. I'm doing perfect so far, though. So that's pretty exciting. Alright, grab this first one. Get murdered. Just absolutely destroyed. Oh man! Nope, go back. No, go back. This is not why I'm here. Get out of the boat. Alright, well that was pretty good. That was a pretty good first shot. And I love you, random citizen. I see Dan's just gonna put that on probably every stream. It's gonna be great.
I agree. Dan does Dan things, and we love Dan things.
Ah, yes. I'm here.
Yep.
You know, every artist needs a signature, right?
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm... Yeah, I guess I'm watching the stream, but also hearing the stream.
It's, you know, it's a complicated life.
I'm like responding to the stream.
Oh, that's funny. Wait, didn't you just say that like 5 seconds ago? Oh! Aw, man. Alright, well I'm gonna see if I can figure out the giant whirlpool before I just send us careening into the...
The abyss.
Yeah.
Well, I got my second shot this last week.
Good. That's responsible.
Right? I felt very responsible.
Mine is on Friday, I believe. My second
Nice.
Nice. Good job.
Good health.
My dad's so scared of needles, he still hasn't got it.
Mm.
And yes, I'm calling him out on stream, father.
My dad keeps talking about like polio and how, you know, you don't really need to go get a polio vaccine, but back in the day it was like,
Yes, you still should though. Like, you don't have to, but the
or
fact
like-
that we
or like
have it is why
smallpox,
you don't
know,
need it.
Smallpox is pretty like rare nowadays.
Yeah.
Because we like all got vaccinated for it back in the day. But nowadays it's like you're treading on my freedom. It's like okay.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty interesting.
I mean, to each their own.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to, I think this summer / late spring, Kitty and I are going to be moving because she's going to school over in the Boulder Town area.
Oh, really? Up in Boulder?
Yeah. So in order to reduce the commute, we're gonna move a little closer to Boulder.
That's sick, dude. I love that spot.
Yeah, it's scary because I'm honestly like, living. Rent is expensive.
Yeah, up there it is
But-
totally.
But so we're looking for places that we can hopefully get affordable and also relatively nice.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully our stream setup will improve too because we'll have a little bit more space.
Yeah.
It's cool. Give me a reason to go up there.
There you go. See, exactly. We're actually doing it for you, Dan, which is why I told you.
All right. Okay.
All right. So how many more coins do you have to get?
I have to get all of them in one go.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you had completed that section.
No,
Mm.
I've gotten very close, but I've never actually gotten it. This was one of the 3 trials that I could not finish before classes got to be too much. Wow, that was really close.
So I have a question for anybody willing to answer. What is your favorite Mario game?
My favorite Mario game?
Yep.
Does Donkey Kong Country count?
Is Mario in it?
Does
No.
yeah.
But Donkey Kong is, and he's a Mario character, so it's basically... Oh, I can't turn any more than that. Oh, that's okay, it was apparently just enough.
I think you're confusing Mario and Nintendo.
No, because Donkey Kong and Mario were originally in the same game when they first made Donkey Kong. Therefore, Donkey Kong's a Mario character. And,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. What do you have to say, Dan?
I think I was just gonna say that one of my favorite games, definitely some of my most treasured memories, are playing Mario Kart with my sister and a few friends. But
Okay.
Okay.
that game is always hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, it can be some good fun for sure.
Yeah, Mario
Love
Kart
that
is
game.
the perfect example of a game doesn't have to be fair to be fun.
yeah, yeah.
Because part of what's fun is that, you know, people can catch up to you even if you're winning. It doesn't have to be... Oh, I died. Well. Oh well.
Rip.
Oh, it didn't kill me! Oh, but it may as well have. Because you can't get the rest of the coins.
Yeah, I think my favorite Mario game would have to be like, probably Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Sure.
I think for
That is
me,
classic.
that's pretty high up there too. Because I played that a lot growing up.
Yeah, I know, because I just played it a lot with like my cousins, and we would like trade on and off and all that fun stuff, and it was a good time. Like otherwise, I would say like right behind it is like Smash Brothers and or Mario Kart, probably like neck and neck.
Right.
They probably trade off that second position pretty often.
Yeah.
I really liked Mario 64, but it wasn't necessarily my favorite game. I don't see it because I never actually owned a copy of Mario 64. I don't think.
The piano gave me nightmares.
Yeah, the piano. Apparently, the piano gave a lot of people nightmares. You're not the only one.
I think, like, I don't even know why. Like, I don't know why specifically the piano when there were also all sorts of actual monsters. I think just because it catches you off guard. You're like, oh, need a piano. What's that do? And you approach it and it tries to eat you. It's your introduction to Mimic.
Welcome to D&D, kitty.
I think my favorite was probably Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, you do talk about that relatively frequently, so I believe it.
Yeah.
But speaking of D&D, I was looking at some of my D&D characters today, because whenever I get really bored, I just kind of build a character for no better reason than because I asked myself if it was possible, and then a character happens. So I was looking at a rogue build that I've been working on, and it's in Pathfinder. So Pathfinder rogue, not the Unchained rogue, and he's a knife master. So when he's using knives, he ups his sneak attack damage by 1 dice size. So it goes from 1d6 to 1d8, and then he gets the entire chain of blind fight feats because he is a dark stalker. And archetype for the class, and then he also is a scout. So after he charges more than 10 feet or moves more than 10 feet or whatever, he is able to sneak attack. And frankly, he's just kind of one of the more terrifying rogues I think I've rolled in a really long time.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's been a lot
fun.
of fun. Yeah, so I've been messing around with like his skills, and I've built him so he's like has the skills of like an innkeeper kind of, but he also like is really because his origin story is he was working in an inn, right? And he was just one of the like effectively barman, whatever, of the inn, but he was like the head, sort of the head honcho of the inn. Just it was like the person above him was basically just the boss. But one day, after working here for like 8 years or something, he like a really upset customer barges into the back area where he's cooking at the moment, and just like full Karen on him, right? And so he ends up murdering her. And that's how he started training to become a rogue. That was his initiation.
That seems cool.
Wow, I wasn't sure I was gonna make that without going in.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it should be tons of fun. I hope I can play them at some point, but if not, whatever. I have tons of builds that I would love to play, so it's not really.
Oh man, what? Oh, I missed. Okay. Well, I missed a bunch at the end because I was too busy being upset over the one that I missed, but that was really irritating. Apparently I jumped too soon and...
Oh no, that's the
Yeah.
worst, really?
Yep.
Oh, yep, I think we're seeing it happen right now. Okay.
No, I saw the one and then I was like, I'm gonna cry now.
You guys pretty much sold me on the whole 3.5, by the way.
Well,
I
I mean, don't play 3.5.
sure.
Play Pathfinder. If you're gonna play a 3.5 base system, play Pathfinder. And the only reason I say that is because Pathfinder does go through and fix a lot of weird quirks that 3.5 has, right? So 3.5 does a couple, does kind of not even necessarily bizarre things. Like if you follow the like evolution of the game, it makes sense, right? But like most of it, there's a few things. But one of the things they do is all the core classes are not really designed to go past level 10 because you're expected to. The idea initially was that you were supposed to make an archetype or a prestige class to go into at level 10. And so they had packaged some pre-made prestige classes, and in the DM's guide they had kind of outlined the concept for like making your own prestige class. But they didn't really give it any real rules. They were just kind of like, you guys are smart. That's an awful mistake. So what ends up happening is all the core classes slowly become more and more demonetized as the game aged. With the exception of like the cleric and the wizard, and primary reason they stayed relevant are because the spells they could still, everything was either a cleric spell or a wizard spell, right?
Yeah, but
There's
even
nothing-
the wizard, like if you roll a wizard, you should not be doing anything that's not prestige by level 3. At level 3 you should start prestiging by the end of 3.5. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, no, even just like when 3.5 was half over, it was, you know, you could pretty much prestige. You should start prestiging basically as soon as you can. Because the prestige classes were just so strong. There were hundreds and hundreds and thousands of them basically. And
And in the case of the wizard especially, you didn't lose any spells or class features by prestiging. So there was zero reason not to do so. It was kind of ridiculous how... Yeah.
Because the only thing the wizard really had going for it was spells. There was no real class features to speak of, or anything like that. So, long story short, basically, if you're gonna play 3.5, you make sure you do prestige classes by level 10 at the latest. And honestly, the biggest problem really is just like as the content aged, there was like this really bizarro power creep where people would be like, no man, it's not stronger than XYZ, and you'd be like, no, it empirically is stronger. And they'd be like, no, it's not, and it was just like really weird. And then occasionally they'd clamp down on it. They'd be like, oh, this is too strong, like in the case of the Namer. And they would just make it so
Oh my
to try
goodness.
to play that they couldn't even hold up to its like thematic arc at all. Because at least like the Ranger, though the Ranger was admittedly strong, the Ranger has always been kind of one of those classes that's not like overly strong in general, unless it's in its element. And that's part of what makes it so weak, right? Is if it's not fighting goblins because that's the favorite enemy I took, then I'm awful by level 20 or whatever. But the Namer like did this really bizarre thing where it was like as you cast spells got harder to cast, and like there was no way to like really like work around it or like decrease that cooldown. Oh, it sucks. I'm sorry.
I had already missed some before then, I was just practicing.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so anyway, so they run into some really bizarre things like that, where they're like, oh well, we have to start balancing things correctly again, and then so like an entire book will just be total trash because they tried to nerf it, and then meanwhile, so like a great example of this is like there was it always seemed to happen in like pairs, right? You'd always have one book that was really strong and one book that just got nerfed into oblivion. And they were usually released right around the same time, and they were usually like kind of hinged on each other. Like the Heaven and Hell books, I don't remember what the actual names were, but like one of those books was like just absurdly strong, and the other one was like, while it was still strong, it was nowhere near as strong as its counterpart. If I recall correctly, it was like the Angelic Guidance and like the demonic, Book of Dead or something. And I don't remember the actual names, but the Book of the Dead one was like absurdly strong, while the Angelic one was like, we have good items. Love me.
But the real reason is just that Pathfinder is explicitly an improvement on 3.5. That's what they set out to do. I think they did it very well. And if there's something from 3.5 you want to play, Pathfinder explicitly says everything is backwards compatible. Just adjust things like when you get your feats, whereas obviously it doesn't go the other way around.
Yeah,
so if you play Pathfinder, you just get more content.
Yeah. So play Pathfinder. 3.5 content is 100% compatible. The biggest thing is, I think the biggest adjustments, like Zola's saying, is you have to make sure that you get your feats on the Pathfinder track. You have to make sure that your skills and your health are calculated according to Pathfinder, and otherwise it's pretty much just a free for all. But generally speaking, Pathfinder content is just stronger than the 3.5 content. Just in general, like 3.5 still has very obnoxious broken builds in it. But Pathfinder kind of said, you know what? By level 15, you should be able to blow up a mountain. Let's make it so everybody can blow up a mountain by level 15. And so, like, that's what you can do, basically. Which is actually kind of fun, because, like, you see your character go from, like, yeah, you're still pretty strong level 1 through 5, but not necessarily, like, I don't know, I feel weaker in Pathfinder in levels 1 through 5 than I do in, like, 5e, as an example.
Right.
But I feel the level ups feel a lot better in Pathfinder to me, because again, I just like there's no character development really at least on the character sheet, I should say, and in the numbers really comparatively. So I don't know. But yeah, no, I love Pathfinder. It's definitely my system of choice in general. I love the fact that I can basically take the core rule set and almost always when I set out to mimic an anime character or a fantasy character from an RPG, almost always I can do it. It's not always necessarily feasible to play it at level 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, but by level 20, the quote unquote into the game, the character is playable. And
I can't believe I just did that. Did you see that?
Sounds like it. I have not yet.
I missed one point.
Sounds like it should feel like that anime character or whatever. That's really frustrating because you're doing really well right now.
I just got excited. I was like, yeah! And I jumped straight over a coin.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh no. Threw off all your timing too. But and there's definitely a crunchier system. There are definitely more rules, and which does mean that until you become pretty familiar with the system, there's going to be a lot of looking up, right? But I don't know. In 3.5, or at least in 5th edition, every single time I try to look something up, it just turns into this bizarro. Well, let's go find the rule, and then when we finally find the rule, it's either been custom made or was released 5 years after the actual system was released. And really the DM should have just, it's the same problem as in Pathfinder or 3.5. Really the DM should have just house ruled it in the moment as best as they could, and then looked it up later. so the game could move forward, right? And, you know, like, next time try to do it correctly, but, like, you know, in the moment, be like, just roll the d20 and add your strength, or whatever, you know, like whatever may feel applicable at the time.
And I like the thing you said about it the other night, which was that it feels more like your class grows with, you know, your level and stuff like that. Like it's,
Yeah.
and that does seem more appealing.
Yeah, your character does really feel like it, like if you do it right, anyway. Because like I am a bit of a power gamer, I'm willing to admit that 100%. Like I definitely tend to like optimize my build to an extent.
You
But
are?
I'm also not necessarily against like spending skill points or even buying the occasional feat that doesn't help my build because it makes sense for the character, right? So an example of that would be like if I rolled like one of my characters is like extremely oblivious, like even though he's supposed to be a guardsman or like an underground dude or whatever, it doesn't matter the reason, like he's just an oblivious guy. Like I can choose not to put points in perception. It's not just I'm not just good at perception because I have to spend the points there. I have to actually start down that track. So like I have the option at level 1 to be like, I'll throw a point in perception, and then like say the next couple levels go by and I don't do that for whatever reason, but like those levels in those dungeons, my character is just like, I forgot the time I left shoe today, guys. I'm sorry, I'm really distracted by it, you know, and just never sees the incoming danger even though he's supposed to be able to see it. Then I can just not put any more points in perception because it's funny that he's like supposed to be really perceptive and just isn't, you know, like.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's my biggest, I think that's my largest complaint with 5e. Like, the 5e does a few things that I like, and does a few things that I don't like, and, like, most of that stuff I can just kind of, like, equal out, like, the scales kind of balance out, right?
Am I backing up? No, I am not. I cannot back up here. Oh well.
But the fact that I can, like, build my character with the points in the game, with the skills in the game, based on like events that have happened in the game and or like whatever. I think you, man, it looks like you almost looked like you were back up there, but
I didn't have the health to yet.
I really liked. That's my biggest thing, and like the fact that I get stuff to spend every level. I get something, at least in Pathfinder, you get something every level, whether that's skill points and health and like extra attack bonus or spells or class feature, and sometimes some combination therein. Like you're pretty much always getting something every level, so your character's pretty much always growing. Whereas like in 5th edition, like, yeah, sometimes, like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like you get something every level, and even when you do, it wasn't really my choice most of the time. Like, after level 3, you just get what you get, and yeah, you can sacrifice your attribute point, or points or whatever for a feat, and the feats are insanely good. But that's technically an optional rule. They do not have to allow you to do that. And, so like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. 5th edition has its strengths. I'm not gonna say it's just strictly an awful system, but it's just not one that is my favorite.
I was working on something. I'm listening, but I just was.
Yeah.
I like I said. You know, you're right. Yeah, it's more. I think that is actually better. You know, being able to get something, even if it's minor or something, which it's not really. It's usually something interesting, at least. You know, that changes every level, which is cool. And you're right. The whole skills, the way that those are handled, is
Yeah, and I mean,
More-
it's definitely not a
more
perfect system.
more
You know,
versatile.
like
You know.
yeah, it's more versatile than 5e, but like, and it's definitely not a perfect system. Like, it has its own set of flaws and things that you can do to take advantage of it for sure. But I feel like, as far as like this story of the game goes and the story of your character goes, I feel like it's a lot better faith in the story and the game and the players to allow me to spend my skill points than just be like, here's your character, everything else is roleplay. Because at that point, I could just be like, cool, here's my 3 stats: strength, dex, and I don't know, durability, and I'll just roll on these 3 stats because that's all I actually need.
Yeah, and the thing for me is if my character is only in the roleplay, okay, I'll just go do text-based roleplay. I've done that before and I enjoy it. But I don't play a system for it to only be roleplay. If that makes
Sure.
sense. Not to say that that's all there is to 5e, but really it kind of feels like that's all there is outside of combat most of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and go ahead, Dan, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that you know, 5th edition seems more video gamey. You
Yes.
know, where it's just like you level up and automatically these are the things you get.
If you
Yeah,
think
just like-
5e feels video gamey, you should look at 4e.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. 4e feels video gamey for different reasons, like I have to say.
That's
But-
true.
But so like, yeah. So if you're gonna play a game, like I was saying, if you're gonna play a game and you're gonna do it for the RP and all that fun stuff, that's great. Like regardless of what system you're playing and whatnot. But like, that's one of the biggest things that like
I think I did-
many of the 5e people that I talk to like bring up, right? Is they're like, oh well, 5th edition's more about the role play, and I'm like, okay, well that's great. But like, why is that your defense, right? Because like you can roleplay just as well.
I did
in
do it.
in a number-heavy system. Congratulations! That's
Thanks.
very exciting.
I'm excited. Very
I am also quite excited. Just one more thing to go, and then I can rebeat the game, and I think this time I will actually do it, but this is like the 3rd time I've said that, so we'll see.
It's true. It's true. It's been a tough road. But yeah, so I don't know. Like you know, you can have heavy roleplay in a numbers heavy system, and I don't see why saying 5th edition has no numbers, so I can roleplay in it. Like, why does that mean that to you? Like, if you want to roleplay, just roleplay, and then just have the numbers reflect what you're roleplaying. It's not that hard.
right.
And if you're not sure how to make it happen, then like roll your character as best you can and then talk to your DM and he'll be like, cool, well, in these situations, we'll just give you a -5 or give you disadvantage or however they want to handle it, right? Like, whatever. I don't know. And that's the other big defense that I hear a lot from 5th edition players and especially DMs is when I'm like, so like why, you know, everything we've already talked about plus some stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, oh well, 5th edition is just so easy to create my own stuff, and I'm like, but why should you have to create your own stuff, right? Like you're already creating so much. You're already creating the world probably, you're you know, like, and DMing goes so far beyond like just creating the world and the story too, because you're also your own organizer. It's not like you have somebody out there being like, okay, I've organized the team, let's find a DM. And then and even if you do find somebody like that, that person isn't always going to make sure those people show up because you're the DM, and that's your responsibility in those people's mind, right? So like,
Actually, I just want to say, I think this should be the default group structure. The DM already has so much to do. CJ, you're my organizer now.
oh, okay.
I'm joking.
I've
I'm...
done it for other DMs when I was doing
I
game
am
group
way
and somebody-
too much of a, like... I don't know. I like doing the administrative stuff as much as I don't like doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But so I guess my point being is like you know, the DM already has so much going on. Why should they have to turn around and also be a game mechanics builder and like a math smith, basically, right? Like they have to go around and they have to like basically on their own learn how to build a game because they want this custom system or that custom system. Or for a long time, or for at least a year or two, there wasn't a mounted combat system in 5e as a primary example here. It was the relevant one that I can think of. So like there were for a while just tons of different mounted combat systems all over the internet because all these DMs had made their own mounted combat system. And so like even just in Yosemite, the few groups that I knew that played 5e, each one had their own version of mounted combat. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, like that DM had to go out and like on the fly, either on the fly make it and then just kind of stuck with it, or whatever. And if the rules are that liquid or that soft, then to me it really removes the player, the ability of the player to like know what to expect.
Right.
Because now I don't know if I want to build a mounted combat fighter or a fighter who might be semi good at mounted combat or any combination therein. It's basically impossible because I have to know what weird house rule we're going to be using today and if it's actually going to be the same as the last house rule we used. And I have no idea if it's going to be, so I guess I better have a high charisma and a high strength and a high dex because somehow we managed to use all of those stats on the last mounted combat session. You know, like it's just like untenable. I feel like.
Oh shoot.
I hate these puzzles so much.
I am utterly confused by this.
So it's like a rotating sliding puzzle, but I only have so many moves and... Wait, hold up. Okay. I think I got this. Although I'm about to run out of time. Oh shoot, I came up and there are 5 rings. I thought there were 4 rings. I cry now. Well, your mom might tell you you're perfect, judging by our game's rules, you're not.
Yeah, no, I hate these puzzles. So like, you know, with that said, like I guess what I'm saying at the end of the day is I'd rather have the system rules there, and even if they're not that great, at least they're there, and then the DM still has final say. And so like I don't understand why some of these DMs for like 5th edition in particular are always like, or other soft systems like I think Fate and a few other ones that I've talked to, like they're always like, oh well I just make that up, or oh I just have a custom rule set for that. And like, okay, that's great, but like I'm glad you feel comfortable doing that in that system, but literally the first like 10 paragraphs in every single DM book that I've ever seen for a D20 system basically says, yeah, you're the DM. You're in charge of the game. Don't be crappy, but also you can change the system if you want to. Is, you know, effectively the rundown. But it takes away the players, like, oh gosh, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Agency.
Agency, yeah. It takes away the player's agency when that starts happening too much, especially if it's not codified in a text document or in a book or online somewhere, so they can't reference it. And so, I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 5th edition is DM's game, not a player's game, is what it really comes down to.
You know, I don't know. I agree with you though. I agree with you on the idea that like at the very least your character will like grow and you'll feel like you're kind of progressing in some sort of direction, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I can understand that too. It's like, oh well, you know, got to 5th level. What does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't. It means nothing. It's like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, because like every level or every level after 3rd level in 5e at least is is, you know, oh, what do I get this level? Well, you get more of whatever your class is. So that means health,
Yes.
maybe an additional proficiency bonus to skills that you already have, and a new spell perhaps. That's
Yeah.
the reason I actually play primarily spellcasters in 5e, is because it's the only one where you get to make choices every level.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Whereas,
know
like,
which.
you know, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just gonna say I don't know which one you were there, Phil, but that was crazy. That little race there. That was.
Uh-huh. No, I like most of these mini games. Just my bane with this game show thing is the one that you saw me lose on last time.
I don't know. I've played a bit of 5e and I don't mind it actually. To me
Yeah, and,
either
like,
way, just
I mean, like I said, don't like. It's not that I like refuse to play 5e. I think 5e makes an extremely strong system if you're gonna run like an adventure path or whatever you want to call them, or if you're gonna
right.
do like the pre-built modules, or if you're gonna
Yes.
do like if you're like hanging out in the mountains with your buddies on the weekend and you're all like, let's play a game of 5e or D&D or whatever, because you're probably only gonna play like 1 or 2 sessions with those characters. And even if you don't, say you come back to the mountain every year and you play those characters every year when you go back to that mountain house or whatever, like the characters are so straightforward and simple and the system is so straightforward and simple, there's no real homework to do. You just pick up the character and go, because it's so two-dimensional. It's so, like, you know, it's vanilla ice cream. Like, you can do anything with it, but you have to go to work. So, you know, if you just keep it as vanilla ice cream, it's always going to be vanilla ice cream.
Right. I mean, you're right. No one who doesn't like just plain ice cream.
Yeah. But yeah, so like between the fact that there's just like basically no homework or whatever, well, however you want to think of that, and all that fun stuff, like, and also like it's approachable. Like 5e has done a great job of being approachable, right? And if you're a new player who's intimidated by the accounting sheets of D&D, then 5e is pretty great, because it's like accounting light, you know. It's the cashier accounting the cashier does and turns into the cash ops, right?
Mhm.
And then it's also like the rules are fairly soft, and the biggest rule is advantage and disadvantage, right? Like, you either have advantage or you have disadvantage, and there's nothing in between. There's no like +1, +2, +4, +3. You just have advantage or you have disadvantage, which is pretty cool. I kind of like, I super like that. I also kind of feel like it's a baseball bat where sometimes you need a scalpel, but you know, beyond that, I think it's a pretty awesome system. Yeah, it's just easy, approachable. It's gotten tons of people into role-playing games. You know, like definitely it's become popular for good reason. Some of those reasons I disagree with a little bit, but you know, they're still there. They're still fairly valid.
Right. Because I do remember, you know, playing that you know, Pathfinder campaign that we did with Tony, which I did thoroughly enjoy. I mean, that was enjoyable. But no, I guess the only thing I really wanted to say was, yeah, I did feel that idea of like, oh, you're gonna level up and you're gonna get all kinds of things, you know, and
Yeah.
and I think that was really that does seem more interesting to maybe even more like a like maybe not like an experienced player, but even just like a player looking for more from the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like after you played 5e, like maybe you move on to Pathfinder because that just has more. It just has more interesting things, you know.
Yeah. Well, and like, so, and that's Pathfinder 1, right? Like, I haven't messed with Pathfinder 2, and I'm really interested by it. There's a few things that I've read in the book that I have that I've been kind of like, how does that work? How would that work? How is that going to work? How's that going to feel? But overall, it looks really, really interesting as well. I can't really form an opinion on it because I haven't played it, and reading the book only really does so much for me. But I do think that Pathfinder 2 has gone a long ways towards kind of doing what 5e has done, towards making it more approachable for like your average player and your average person. But I also think that because some of the steps they've done to get there have removed some of the stuff that makes me really love Pathfinder 1. So I don't know. I can't really have a strong opinion one way or the other. I just don't have enough experience with it yet.
I don't remember this. Oh, shoot. I remember this now.
So anyway, I could talk about that particular subject in circles forever because I feel like I guess I totally fall into this category, right? Like I'm just one of the passionate fanboys for Pathfinder, but I don't feel like I'm necessarily a fanboy so much as I'm just like, no, I just value these aspects of this game way more than these aspects of that game. So, but are you reading any books right now, Dan?
I am reading a web serial right now, but no.
Okay.
That's the one thing I'm on right now, and it's all right. It's fine.
I have no idea if I got this right.
Yeah.
Why did you have a recommendation?
No. I was just wondering because I haven't really been reading any books or web series or anything really recently at all. So I was just kind of curious. Like, what's the web serial you're reading about?
So Dayton and Egan and I think a couple others of the Davis clan, they are like, oh my god, this story is amazing, you know, it's about superheroes and they're like amazing, you know, and if you ever they'll just talk about it and they'll probably
Yeah, I already know what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly. And it's just it's about superheroes. It's pretty okay so far.
What's it called?
Dune, I
It's
think?
called Worm.
Worm, that's right.
Yep.
You can see how I got Dune from that. I don't know why I called it that, though. Man, this is so hard.
No, I think one of my buddies. Oh, excuse me. One of my buddies who just moved back to Yosemite actually was reading that and was telling me all about it. So, sounds kind of interesting. I don't know. I just haven't really been able to have the time to do some of the other things that I really love, like reading, between just school and streaming and trying to, you know, have time away from the computer also.
Boom! I sent it to you.
Excellent.
Yep, I am not a. How do I put it? I guess I never really was an avid reader when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, so like when I was a kid, up until like my last year in high school, basically, I pretty much read every single book that the school library had. Like I literally read the entire sci-fi fantasy sections of my school library, the entirety of like I didn't read all the bibliographies just because some of them didn't sound exciting, but like otherwise pretty much read everything there. You know, I asked the librarian a couple times, like, hey, do we have any more like fantasy books? You know, she'd be like, no, because I blow through books, just blow through them.
I have read. I mean, I have read some things, but there's lots that I have skipped, as it were, or maybe just haven't read. But not to say that I don't like reading. It's just I don't find the time for it, and
Yeah, if you don't, reading is definitely one of those things that if you don't make the time, if you don't like say I'm gonna read my book in XY spot on XY day, or I want to do that today for at least an hour or whatever, or like when you're riding the train, if you're not, you know,
Yeah.
make your train the read spot or whatever, you know, like however you want to figure it out. Like if you don't make that time to do it, definitely becomes a lot more difficult to do. But yeah, so for a long time, I was burning through books like you wouldn't even believe.
yeah.
I just had an idea, so it will look like I'm not doing anything. I promise I am.
I did read a lot of Homestuck back when it was a thing, you know, but I have not finished it at this point, and
It's okay, the ending was bad.
Is that so? Maybe I feel like I was talking to Egan the other day, and he was talking to me, and I was like, maybe I did get really really close to the end, and then just like, because they went on hiatus at one point again, like, it just was like, what's going on, like, or maybe he went on hiatus. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never read Homestuck.
Not worth. Oh, still not worth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it did have some interesting world building ideas, but it is a coming of age story, and you don't read it when you're an adult because it doesn't have anything for you when you're an adult.
Yeah.
So what I am doing is I am going to make a this is a little cheaty, but I don't want to lose the streak we're on. I've been trying to land the level 3 ring scramble, and I still haven't gotten it. So I'm making a diagram, and it's going to... I just realized I don't know how many segments there are. CJ, do you remember how many segments there are? I'll finish my diagram later. But, the plan is I am going to pause the game by going to the home menu. This is why it's cheaty. Record what the movements were that I watched and listened to, and then find the solution on paper before I attempt it.
Okay. I do not remember how many segments there are, but we can probably look it up.
Before he spins it, I'll be able to look. There's also no guarantee I'm about to get it right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now... Okay, it's 12. I was about to draw 8, so I'm glad I stopped. Alright. Hopefully, I can catch all of these.
ring scramble.
Okay, so it was all counterclockwise 5. This went up 6. I think this one went up 6. And then outer 2 went clockwise 13. I think it's giving me the same one every time, and that's why I'm getting closer. So, I have not correctly marked which ones went out, but you know, it's really all the same. I get 6 moves. Okay. Alrighty. How solve? So I think because it's 6, I need to rotate. Here's what's tripping me up. I have 5 rings I have to rotate. So that's 5 of my moves. Right? But I only get 6, and I have 2 that got moved outward. CJ, do you have any ideas?
So, were they moved outwards and then spun again?
Yes.
Ugh. Honestly, I don't know. I'm awful at puzzles in general.
It's not, they're not all in the exact right places, but this is the general idea of what happened.
I don't know. I can't visualize it on the paper. I'm sorry. Let's.
Okay, yep, I am so confused. I don't even know why I'm so confused. So... Is it only 4? I thought it was only 4 spinning rings. But... yeah, I don't want to do the death round. Why would I want to do that? Okay, I thought it was only 4 rings that could spin, but then last time I seemed to have a problem trying to do that. So maybe I miscounted my moves? But this definitely seems much more possible now. And I can work it out on the paper. Because I'll be able to, you know, have the correct setup written down.
Yeah.
Guys, I am considering getting out of here.
All right.
Okay.
Well, farewell then.
You know, but
Oh
like
yeah,
I
it
said,
is pretty
you know,
late.
I was really hoping that you guys would be here. You know, just to maybe
Thanks.
talk to somebody. You know,
Yeah.
it's really nice to just like get out of my talk to people who aren't my my normal friends.
Mhm.
Just talk to people
I
who
would be
are.
really upset if you thought that I was normal. I would be so mad.
You know what? You're not. You're special. You're special, CJ. Um, good luck on your puzzles here.
Thanks.
Sil. Uh-huh. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, man, have a good night.
Alright, see ya.
All right, one down.
Wow, I am glad they number that because I would not have known who won. Hopefully I did that correctly after I just commented on it, because... Okay. Oh, wait. No, that would be 8. That way, okay. I don't know. Alrighty. That was 11. So I'm gonna see if I can write 10 plus 1. Do I get multiples of any of the digits? I do! Nice.
So we need to get to the 100 points.
I need to get every puzzle done perfectly.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah.
I kind of wish you could just choose.
Yeah, that way at least I could do the hard ones first, so if I mess them up, I don't spend all this time.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well. Yeah. I don't know if I just missed that, or if that's new, because I can't look at timestamps, but yeah, I agree. This... Wow. Perfect timing, too. Alrighty. Let's just line up that tower, because I know how to do that. And then, if I can line up the tower, I should be able to fix the rest of it. Wow. Why didn't this work the last 12 times I tried to do it? That's exactly the method I used last time that didn't work. I just couldn't, like, figure out where the mountain was, and I got stuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
these boxes blow my mind. This painting one, though, this is the one that really gets me.
Which may not be as surprising as it once was. It's prize money. Alright. I've got this. I did the only one that I have failed at in my last several attempts. I just gotta not, you know, get nervous and mess it up. Oh man, I don't know how to do this one. Alright. So, it is this one, right? Because this is... Okay, this is the one I tracked, but this one... Oh, there's two there. But one of those looked like it had shown... Yeah. But they don't have to be the correct ones, but the angle it was at, I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All I could see was that it had dark colored feet, so I was like, is that one it? But no, it's just a Goomba.
Frickin' Koopas, man.
We're halfway there. Alright, that's one. Add one is two. Add one is three. Very complicated math. Add 2. Oh man, what's 3 plus 2? It's 5. 7. I'm just saying these out loud because I really don't want to forget, and I'm not saying anything else right now. Minus 3 is 4. 5, 6. 5, 7. 9. 11, 13. 2 hopped out, 2 hopped in, so still 13. 11. 14. 18. 21. Did I do it right, CJ? Okay.
The stream is a little bit behind us right now, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
It's like a minute almost.
Man, 27 minus 6. Sure. That is a really convoluted way to say 21, guys. You couldn't give me any more convenient pieces? Alright. I hope I got that right. Turns out saying things out loud is slow. And now I'm nervous. Okay, cool.
Well, I'm glad that 21 was it because I got a little nervous as well because at one point you said a number and I was like, I didn't see 2 leave. So...
I had cued them in the back of my head. So they were at a different memory value than the ones I had said out loud.
Okay.
So that's why. No, that was where I was like, okay, did I count those right? Because I was just... Alright. Oh man, I usually remember these guys by color. Oh. Alright, so it was... Who was in the third slot?
In the third slot,
That was the Koopa.
there was no, oh yeah, the Koopa's in the... So you had the ninja, the Koopa, the Shy
Okay,
Guy, and then
I...
the
Because I was trying to remember who was in what slot. Okay. I could not... I remember who was actually in the race. But... Oh, there's my alarm. Did you know it's midnight?
I did.
So, when I finish up this thing, then I will be going to bed, and we can beat the final boss, I think, next week. Or probably the week after, actually. 4 more, okay. That wasn't even tier 3? I couldn't remember it wasn't even tier 3? Alright, this one, if I can get the eyes, I'm good. This is not looking great. Help. I think I'm just getting too nervous.
Can you reset it?
I did reset it.
Okay. I would try doing the solving it crosswise first and then rotating the whole thing.
Will that work? Okay. I'll try it. I don't even know what I'm looking at solving it crosswise. Oh, why don't I start with the bow? That seems much easier.
That's a good idea.
I can't, I'm gonna lose. I don't, why is this so hard? I could do this in hours.
Because it's midnight now.
Alright.
I mean, these puzzles blow my mind, so you're doing way better than I would be doing.
Alright, we'll catch you later, Dan. Oh, well, that's easy enough.
How did you do that?
How did I do what?
The boxes.
You don't focus. You focus your eyes on the center of the screen, and you mentally track where the correct ones are.
1.
2. 4. Complicated math. Oh no, what's 4 minus 1?
At least 12.
Wow, that's a lot. That's 6. 5. 6. 5. Thrilling stuff. 6. Aw man, are we gonna go back down to 5? No, we're gonna go up to 10. You ruined the pattern, guys. Get out of there. 11. Okay. Finally landed on that one. and I figured out how to do this systematically, so I should be okay. So it's not the exact same puzzle every time, but that part of the mountain... Sure. How did that happen? Okay. Hold up. Go back. Alright. We do that. And we do that. And that goes there. And that goes there. And that should give me... Yeah. Okay.
Wow, good job.
Thanks. That tower's a lifesaver. Alright. See if I can get the level 2 scramble now? Oh, I totally missed that. Wait, maybe not? Yes, I did. Just barely. Alright. Ninja, Koopa, Shy Guy, Sniffrit. Wow, they were in exact order. Okay. Ninja, Koopa, Shy Guy, Sniffrit, Ninja, Koopa, Shy Guy. Bring you up, and over, and good.
I do find that these races are extremely amusing. Considering you don't really get to interact, they are pretty amusing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, first option is the one I want, so I can spam A, and I will get to go for perfect. I was not going to worry about missing sudden death, trust me. Okay, see if we can get this one. And if I can, then I should be good. So... Oh, the third ring is purple. That's right. So if I get stuck, I just need to use that. Alright, they all moved 6. So I just need to move them all 6. And then it should be pretty obvious from there. I'm not sure if I'm counting these right. I guess just... Oh shoot, I miscounted something somewhere. Okay. Why am I not getting this? I must have miscounted when they were spinning? I don't know. I'm off. Why
Yeah, it's really hard to track how when these spin, like how many.
Well, I was listening to it, and I only heard 6. Dang it. Okay.
Ninja skills.
Yeah. Five. 3. 5. 4. 6, 5, 6. 5. Okay, I had 5, 8 jumped in, 1 hopped out, that's 12. Spent way too long counting how many were jumping in. Never seen that many at once before. Do I have a 0? 10 plus 2? No, we'll do 13 minus 1. Seems like I have all the pieces for that. Alrighty. I don't know why you were told there would be no math when one of them is called math thing. It was 12, right? That's the number I'm going for? Yes. Hopefully I correctly counted the ones jumping in.
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting more than 5. Awesome. Alrighty. Shy Guy, Sniffrit, Goomba, Koopa. Alrighty. Wow. Okay. So it was Goomba, Shy Guy, Sniffrit, Koopa, I believe was the finishing order. Let's find out. Right now, on this channel. Finish? Yes? Oh, now I think I got Goomba and Shy Guy backwards, maybe? I don't know.
think you're good.
Hooray! Wow, that's so many points. I do not want to die. Thanks.
Bam.
Oh man. Came off one shy.
Math.
Indeed. The easiest one, even. One. Oh, now there's two of them. Can't keep track anymore. Why don't we just pull the plug? For...
Does it ever be a game?
Exactly. 5. 6, 7. Does the Shy Guy standing on that brick count as a Goomba? 6.
Definitely not.
9. 8. 11. Does it always have to be a single double-digit number, I mean? 10, 12, 13. Oh, here we go. Alright, 13, what do I have to work with? I could do 17 minus 4. Let's do that. I remember the first time I came across this being like, oh, that was easy, and then it brings out the spinning puzzle and I'm like, whoa, hold on. And I got stuck because I didn't realize I had to use all 4 of the slots.
Yeah.
Okay then. Alrighty. Don't want that one in there. And keep that far one out. Yeah? I think?
Honestly missed which one the ninja was in, so...
Oh, for that one you don't track the ninjas, you track the other ones because there's only 2.
Oh, okay.
Makes it way easier to track 2 things instead of 4.
It's true.
But yes, what I do is I just track the center point of whichever 2 that I want. And then that gives you all the information you need. Because if you lose track of one, and you can keep track of the other, and the center point, then you can deduce where the other one was. Alrighty, tower save me. This one has become easier than the other one, I think, because I've just got more practice with it now.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time,
Yeah.
this was the one that stopped us. Right?
Uh-huh. Dang, I really thought I was gonna get to do it that time. Alright, Sniffrit, Shy Guy, Ninja, Goomba. Okay. It was Shy Guy. Moment of truth. Whole game is over, it's gonna uninstall itself from the disk. And the cartridge. Okay. Turns out everything's fine. Oh man. At least this one only does one kind of spin. So, you know, you just keep going until you find the correct position. Oh, I went too far. Okay. I like how involved the Shy Guy audience is. Alrighty. This one requires actual addition and subtraction.
I can do that.
Oh. Well, there's 3 of them. 4. 3. 2. 4. 6. 5. 8. 9, 10. 9, 13, 15, 12, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Do I have a 10 plus 7? Or 20 minus 3? I don't have a 0. That's the answer. I can do... I said 10 plus 7, so I want 17. I can do 13 plus 4. Okay. Wow! I've made it so far!
Hooray!
Oh man. Alright. Brown, green, black, red.
Okay, so we're doing the race one.
Uh-huh. And it's green, black, red, brown. So it should be asking me for the Koopa, because it's tier 1, so I think it only asks for first place. I am correct! Wow, I'm so good at this. So... here you go. It was you. You won. You always win on tier 1. Alright. This is my last attempt for the night. I really hope it succeeds.
Me, 3.
3? Who was 2?
Everyone else.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, yes, I heard it spin 6 times. So if I spin each of these 6 times... But that clearly was not it. But it did... Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I understand everything now. I was counting the initial beep that confirmed that I had picked it up as part of my spin. And that was what was throwing me off last time.
So let's certainly do it.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
Alright, we did it! I don't have arms on this camera, but they're being
You're all-
quite
we all
excited.
muted.
Oh, I have to do this? Oh no, I have to do this.
Oh.
Oh no! I'm just gonna Google it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna Google it. Because I don't want to go through all that again. Okay. CJ, do you mind starting the Google process?
I'm working on it.
Thanks. Alright.
What? It's not helpful. The sudden death round of the game show section, Paper Mario: The Origami King tasks you with completing a lyric from the song that Olivia sung to raise the Temple of Shrooms earlier in the game. Here are 4 options with the correct answer marked. A flame is the correct answer.
No, that's for the first one. This is
Oh.
for... The question is different this time.
What's the question?
It's from the Forest song?
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. The answer is Burley. B. Okay, I had kind of a feeling, but... Alright, where is Olivia starting from? She's starting from right there. Oh boy. Will that get me there? She'll go left, then she'll go up, then she'll keep going right until she gets around to B, which is Burley,
Yep.
which is the answer I want. Okay. Well, I will stick to what I said, where this is my last attempt. Even if it ends up being disappointing for me.
Look at that grim face Mario has on.
Okay. I am officially the quizmaster after only a little bit of cheating. Oh wow, 3,000 coins! That won't even change the second digit of my inventory, but thanks anyway. What a great sport. I feel a little bad now. Alright, let me find a save thingy. I guess I can only go this way, right? Okay.
I don't know which way you can go. It's a mystery.
Alright. Just in case, I'm gonna go to the museum, make sure my trophies are claimed, so that next time I pick up this game, I don't think I already did that. If that's a thing that I have to do, and end up with yet another incomplete boss fight. Because that would be disappointing. got charged double the admission. Okay then. My dream of curating the most expensive museum in the world. Oh, now there's more toads visiting. Alrighty, well thank you everyone for watching, and it's about to be finals week, so probably not this Sunday. But we will see you the following Sunday once the semester's all over.
Indeed. Have a magical week and have good luck with all your finals. If
Yes.
you're having finals anytime soon.
We like your faces.
This is true.